Hi, and welcome to another episode of Car AZ. Today, we're going to be continuing the aerodynamics video. Previously on Car AZ, we learned about drag, downforce, and spoilers. Now, we're going to be learning about attachments for downforce such as air dams, canards, lip spoilers, diffusers, under trays, and side skirts. So, let's get right on to the first one, an air dam. But first, here's an analogy. Aerodynamics is like taking a bath after a workout in the summer. If the water is too hot, you'll probably die of heat stroke then and there. Your muscles won't have any time to relax. But if your water is too cold, your muscles will seize up faster than Mach 7. That is 7 times the speed of sound. In the same way, car makers cannot direct all the air beneath the car, as that would cause high pressure pockets, which we already know would be unfortunate because the car would lift off the road. At the same time, if all the air goes above the car, it will suck the car to the road. This suction pressure does help keep the car stable while going around corners, but it greatly impairs fuel economy. So, what does an air dam do? Well, it directs air above the car and into the radiator. The radiator is basically what helps to cool down the engine. The working of a radiator is fascinating enough to warrant a short video of its own, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, in some cars, air dams may even be designed to shoot air straight into intakes, intercoolers, oil coolers, or even ducts and brakes to help cool them off. Air dams also help reduce drag. You see, behind a smooth car is a boxy frame. It would cost car manufacturers billions of dollars more if they used all the space in each car's engine bay. For example, manufacturer A builds a very powerful engine and puts it in a car. After a few years, when that much power is the norm, they place the same engine in a new car. If they contoured the engine to the old car's body, it would be very difficult to place it in a new car, and if they styled the new car the same as the old car, it would simply look outdated. It is also possible to have the same engine in the higher trim of a cheaper car and the lower trim of a more expensive car, or just have an engine standard across a manufacturer's entire model range. The Ford Motor Company does this with their EcoBoost engine. So, as you can hopefully see, cars have to be built boxy inside, and air dams help with the aerodynamics of air entering the car as they direct air away from all those blocky shapes. On a race car's air dam's corners, you might find canards, also called dive plates or dive planes. No, not that canard. That one. Yes, thank you. They're usually wedge shaped, flat for smooth airflow, and angled up towards the back of the car. Don't judge anything by its size. They make an extremely small amount of downforce, yet it is enough to fine tune the downforce between the front and rear wheels. They can also direct air away from the front wheels because the wheels spin a lot, and spinning air is also known as a vortex, which, as you would know if you watched part 1, would cause drag. In fact, if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and watch it now. The link is in the description. These seemingly insignificant things can also direct air towards the spoiler. Speaking of which, I summarized a spoiler in my previous video. But spoilers won't work without vortex generator. No, these vortices are good. You see, ordinarily air would just flow along a car's bodywork fine until it reached the end of the cab, which is when it disperses into the air. However, a vortex generator, which would be right behind your head if you were in a two-seater car, if you had installed one that is, will create vortices across its tips, which will suck the air down and make it follow the car's bodywork until the spoiler, where the air can create downforce. But what if your car just has a small trunk spoiler on the trunk? Well, As the air follows the body shape, it causes a little bit of lift on the rear end. The trunk spoiler disturbs the air and causes just a small little amount of downforce. So don't worry, even with the trunk spoiler, you'll still get all the benefits. Also, you may be thinking, he mentioned he'd go in depth about diffusers and canards in his previous video, but he's only covered canards so far. For diffusers to work, we first need to take a look at one of the most basic components used to make cars less draggy: an under tray. If you look beneath a car, you will see the underside of the engine, the transmission, tailpipes, fuel tank, brake lines. There's just a bunch down there. It's really difficult for air to flow smoothly because there's just so much blocking the way and entangling the airflow. However, a simple under tray can do wonders by smoothing out airflow. And as I previously said, a diffuser won't work without one. Anyways, let's talk diffusers. So, what is a diffuser? Well, it's typically a rear under tray shaped to make gradually more air at the back of the car. Front diffusers aren't uncommon too. All diffusers, however, activate the Venturi effect. It states that a fluid shall speed up if it flows through a more restricted area. Have you ever looked closely at the attachments that come with a garden hose? A low pressure nozzle for more water in a certain area, and a higher pressure nozzle for pressing water deeper into the soil. Look, and you'll see the high pressure nozzle will always have a smaller hole. But what's the point of having a faster moving fluid? Well, do you remember the Bernoulli principle from part 1? It's pretty fundamental for aerodynamics. It states that the faster moving a fluid is, the lower its pressure. That means that the low pressure will suck the car to the ground, creating an overall vacuum effect. However, remember something else from part 1? Air always wants to be the same pressure. And so now there's a pressure differential. The high pressure from above the car will try to go under the car, ruining all the stuff we just did. Ugh! Side skirts, save the day! If a side skirt is low enough, it will prevent any of the air from the top coming. Also, we just created a bunch of downforce without any drag. Woohoo! And woohoo for you, because you now know the basics of automotive aerodynamics. Congratulations! Anyways, Car Easy out. For more quality content, stay tuned.